Hey guys, welcome back to another video and another voiceover. Effectively what I'm going to do today is gather some training footage from across the week, mainly my sort of good lifts or exciting stuff, voice it over and explain to you what's happened and why I'm doing it and what's good about my training at the moment. We have got here a back and delts day. So on my back and delts day, I do OHP and deadlifts. This was a PR at 152.5 kilos, 4 sets of, I believe, 6, which moved extremely easily. I actually put this video on my Instagram, that's where you see most of my lifts. Yep, that was 6. Felt extremely good. Deadlifts are feeling awesome at the moment. So that's a deadlift update. 152.5 for sets of 6. 4x6. Here was an extremely tough set of 3 at 100 kilos on bench. This is a big sort of PR for me. The reps looked awful. I looked like some sort of penguin dancing about on a bench press. But nevertheless, I was happy with it. It's progress and my bench is heading in the right direction, and as you can see I was happy with the lift. So here we are. This was actually yesterday. I was in the gym doing a lower body session, and I just wanted to give you guys an insight as to how I work up to my heavy weights. So now on this day I was doing a 5x3, so fairly heavy, which means I have to pay good attention to how I warm up, how I get to that heavy weight. It's going to be, not a simple process to get from bodyweight squats to a bar to 162.5 kilos. You can't just go into the gym and whack on the heavy weight and think that you're going to be able to perform optimally. Okay, so first what you saw was me doing sets with the bar, just the bar only, and I do 8 reps. These are literally prescribed. I don't ever change them. Okay, now we're moving on to 60 kilos. I do 8, again, prescribed. The reason I prescribe my warm-up sets is because I get an absolutely accurate idea as to how I feel on that given day. I was speaking to my friend about how I program my lifts, or how I look towards what weight I'm going to use on a given day. I don't use percentages, so I go by feel. If I think that I can progress on last week's numbers, I will. If I think I can't, I'll stick with last week's and I'll work with them. So the meaning behind this and my calculated same old warm-ups is because then I'm able to develop an idea of what weight to use. So here you see 100 kilos for exactly 4. And at this point I've put on my wrist wraps, and that's the only change. The only point at which I put on my belt, my leather belt from Strength Shop, if you're wondering. The knee sleeves are from a company called SBD, and the tights are from Amazon. Take 5. Cheap. 7 quid. Go grab some. Go grab 10. Okay, so put the belt on for 140 for a single 1 rep only. Boom. Flew up. This is the point at which I know I'm able to handle whatever load. My back felt tight. If it felt slow out the hole, I'd have been like, maybe I should not go for what I'm thinking about going for today. But I knew that this 5x3 was going to be piss easy. Furthermore, if that's the right phrase, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The next weight I do is my working weight, and I do it for a single. Boom. That moved really good. And I knew at that point, these sets of 3 I was going to be cruising. So here we go, set of 3. First time I've ever touched this weight. Let's see how it went. 2 in the tank. 1 more. Brace hard, power through the heel. Boom, and I was happy with that. Little laughter of peace. And then here we are. We reach the AMRAP. Now I've got something to say about this AMRAP. First time I did it, I promise I swear down, I got 7 reps. My battery died on my phone. Being the person I am, I did it again, and let's see how many I got for the second time. I was pretty damn gassed at this point. Bear in mind I got a 5x3, an AMRAP, and now a second AMRAP. So there we go, that's 3. So by this point I'm already overreaching because I'm doing more than my prescribed reps. 4 comes up fairly well, good power through the heel, coming out the hole really nicely. 5, and I'm already feeling like my head's coming out of my eye sockets. Brain coming out of my eye sockets, if I actually mean that. 1 more left in the tank. Big brace, power through the heel, keep the chest high as possible. Boom. And at that point I was like, possibly could have got 7, but I was feeling pretty awful, to say the least. So I moved on to front squats, and I had prescribed a 3x9, and as you can see, this first set just it looked wonky. I felt kind of sick purely because I'd done 2 AMRAPs prior to this. I know that I'd actually worked up more back squat volume through doing those 2 AMRAPs, which weren't really on my hit list for the day, so I knew that this wasn't really necessary to do the rest of the 2 sets on front squats, so I actually ended up doing more leg extension and less front squats. So if you have a particularly shit day, guys, particularly shit day, don't worry about chopping and changing exercises. Don't feel like you have to stick to one approach. You know, if you feel like you need to skip an exercise, don't worry, change it for something else and go back to it. So here you're seeing 160 kilos on the hip thrust for the glutes, and I believe I got 8 here, and then I got 3 more sets of 6. These are feeling extremely smooth, and guys, I really want to tell you something. A key to success in improving your deadlift and possibly even your squat is building up your glute strength. A lot of guys do not train their glutes. So lock out on the deadlift, coming out of the bottom of the squat, you're going to be using a fair amount of glute activation. So please guys, even just for a couple of weeks, give the glute hip thrust, give the hip thrust a try. You don't even have to do hip thrusts, you could do adductors. Give it a try, and you know, see if you get any glute gains. You know, like myself here on the calf raise, you know, if I had long blonde hair, you'd probably mistake me for quite a sexy woman. Just leave that comment out there. Anyway, so I did calves, pretty boring, just a standing calf raise, and I actually finished with lying leg curl for 3 sets of 10 to 15 and single leg extension for 3 sets of 10 to 15. Unfortunately, my phone died and I wasn't able to record those 2 sets, so I do apologise. I did do them, and then after that I went home and I had a large meal consisting of corn, chilli and pasta, which is my current favourite. If you follow me on Snapchat, I'll link my name here. Add it, because all of my food, quite a lot of my training and my day-to-day life goes on there. And I, for one, enjoy Snapchat a lot. I enjoy YouTube. I find Snapchat a lot more easier to use, and my content's maybe a little bit more fun on Snapchat. So add it. Also follow me on Instagram at Aj Morris _. That'll be here as well. And then also, if you haven't already, guys, please subscribe. Give this video a like, because it will really help me out and grow the channel. And I will be seeing you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. See you later.